There are paths everywhere. Some lead to greatness. Others put us on the road less traveled. All of the paths share one thing in common: people. What fuels your passion is unique to you. So let's talk about you.
For me, I actually pursued the route of playing professional sports for a little bit. Injuries derailed that, and so I was looking deep within myself to figure out exactly what else I was good at doing. And I realized that people and just being connected and just everyday connections with people, whether it was on and off the field. And so I actually ended up going back to school, which I now obtained a degree in culinary and operations. And then eventually that kind of all came together for me to realize that hospitality is exactly where I felt the most comfortable to continue to pursue my career.
I found that I really enjoy just helping people and making people's day. Working front desk at a hotel, we have the opportunity to build longer lasting relationships with guests. We're really able to get to know people and know what they like, what they don't like. I do see myself utilizing a lot of the soft skills that I've learned in hospitality, empathy, and being able to understand what people are going through and what they might need really impacted me. When you see how happy you can make people, it really makes it worthwhile.
Being inside of a hotel as the porter, you greet people. You have to share a level of connection. And being in this hotel, bringing that hospitality to other people is what we strive for.
I think you have to be really good at being sincere, first of all, that you actually like what do you do. It's like any profession, if you choose to be in construction, you do it because you love it, because you're good at it. And the same thing here. We need to know about food, we need to know about wine. Now we need to be able to be good photographers because everybody wants that picture now.
Yo jamás pensé que iba a cocinar, pero siempre quise trabajar en este lugar. Me encantaba mucho. Creo que lo que más me llamó la atención fue el trato que se le da, que somos como una familia, que somos un grupo en que todos formamos parte para seguir creciendo. Eso me encanta de este lugar.
I love coming to work. I do not wake up in the morning and say, oh, I have to go to work today. I never do that. I wake up, I'm excited to come to work. Everyone speaks to everyone. We communicate a lot with each other because housekeeping, I feel like, is kind of like the heart of the hotel. Like, if you don't have anyone cleaning, we can't check anyone in. The best part of my job is, to me, the people. I get to experience things I've never experienced before in my life, learn about different cultures, and definitely being in housekeeping, I'm definitely working with people with different backgrounds. And it helps me understand why people are the way that they are.
When I started bartending, I really looked up to the manager at the time, and he kind of took me under his wing to very quickly teach me not only the making of the drinks and serving of the guests, but the behind the scenes, the administrative aspects that go into bartending. I really looked up to him. And so since then, I was a year into my relationship, and over the past 8 years, this is where I get emotional, we have had a baby, and we have gotten married, and the friends that I have made here have been there through all of it, even in the wedding.
La mejor parte de mi trabajo es que te hacen sentir como si fuera un segundo hogar de tu casa, tu familia. Darle las gracias a los dueños y al chef. Son unas personas muy buenas.
Some of the coolest, most friendly, most interesting people I've met are coworkers. Sometimes I'll run into old guests at the grocery store. They'll say, "Oh, awesome Austin from South Boston." Sometimes I'll say, "Oh my gosh, wow." And whoever I'm with will say, "Who's that?" I say, I have no idea. I see a lot of faces. It's very valuable to know that I've affected so many people's lives in that way.
It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. There's a path waiting for you. North Carolina's hotels and restaurants want you. Find the path that fits you at servingcareers.com.